Almost now. Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Face to Face Gaming Podcast, episode 30. We're late. Sorry. I just got back from the gym, so I was kind of rushing. But anyway, my name's Alex Thompson. Join me is Alex Orr, as always. He's waving in
Hello.
the corner. And that's Nick Ferguson.
Yo.
And yeah, honestly, I don't know where to start off this week, just because I've been rushing around doing all sorts of stuff. Whoa. Sorry. Got a loop. That'll happen. But anyway, Alex, I haven't talked to you in like 2 weeks. How's it going?
It hasn't been that long, has it?
You guys streaming this last week?
Yeah, no, it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Was it? You guys do this only every 2 weeks, or you? What?
For now,
As of
anyway.
right now.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you guys were doing it every week.
Not yet. We need to find enough content to make it a weekly thing.
Yeah.
And enough
that is
regular
the thing.
people.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
I've been still playing a lot of games because I'm still happily unemployed.
well, what you been playing?
Well, actually, before we get into that too far, have you guys looked at Steam lately?
Yes, I have.
Are we? I don't know. I think I like what they've done with it, but has the new store been okay for you guys?
I like it. I'm not used to it yet.
No.
Everything is all over the place. It's not the Steam I remember, you know.
It's not my Steam. I
Yeah.
want my Steam back.
I haven't got used to it, I guess, is the only thing I can really say.
I agree.
Thompson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's very blue. I've noticed.
Yeah.
It is very blue,
It goes with the new icon too.
which
Like,
is also a bit more blue. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more blue. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I never thought about it that way.
I do
Um,
enjoy being kind of semi-curated at this point, where it kind of is trying at least to kind of show you games that it thinks are up your alley,
Yeah,
more or
something-
less.
Yeah.
That being said, I do wish there was an easier way to just find a total list of new releases, because it's kind of crappy, or at least difficult to pull out right now.
What,
well,
really? Popular
well,
new
there-
releases is like on the front page.
Yeah, but it's not. It's popular new releases. It's not all new releases.
At the bottom of that, it says see more popular new releases or
Yeah,
all
but
new
that-
releases.
That's a crappy. It's just a list as opposed to.
Yeah, I don't know.
well, that said, if you mouse over the main picture in the top right hand corner, you'll see customize, and then you click on that, and then you can select what you want to see on that main carousel. So that's something at least.
Yeah, it's just start.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. So the first
Tips
thing
and
I
tricks,
did was
people. Tips
yeah.
and tricks.
First thing I did was get rid of the recommended for you, because Steam thinks that I want to play Call of Duty and I really don't.
I heard you were a
apparently-
hardcore Call of Duty fan.
No.
No.
It's not the worst recommendation. I've got Series Sam HD and Electronic Super Joy Groove City. So, it's not bad.
That's
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are respectable recommends.
Yeah, I agree. That's kind of good, actually.
Yeah. Anyway, back to what I've been playing, I guess, if we're okay with Steam. This has been none of those times when I kind of go back to games I haven't touched in a while, typically early access stuff. So I've been playing a lot more Endless Legend, which is actually not early access anymore. Actually hit 1.0, so that's out.
Yeah, I saw that release not too long ago.
Yeah, I've probably put 20 hours into that this week.
Wow.
Which is respectable, I suppose. And after that, it's just a little bit of Insurgency, which is this kind of tactical FPS I've been debating if I like or not. It's all right.
Yeah, we played that at PAX East.
Christ,
Oh,
we
really?
did.
That was game
That-
number one.
That
And
was
we
just a
didn't talk
random,
about it.
hey, let's just go play this.
Yeah, we walked up to it and it was like, okay, here's a game, let's go play it. And it was of no major note.
Yeah.
I hate to talk down on a game like that, but I mean,
It's a perfectly mediocre. It's not bad. It's not good. It's a tactical FPS.
Hmm.
You shoot stuff,
it
and then you die really fast.
yeah, it fits a hole that Like if you're not into Call of Duty right now, and if you're not into
Well,
CS:GO,
it's kind of in between Arma and like Call of Duty in terms of realism.
yeah, yeah, I
Interesting.
like closer to Call of Duty. Definitely
Yeah,
closer to
very
Call of
much
Duty.
so.
Oh,
And
really?
that's because like here's Arma, and then like way off screen is Call of Duty. Like it's like Arma is so what's the right word? I don't want to say real because I mean, how real can a video game get as of right now for that? But it's so nuanced. Like you, with a with a shooter like Call of Duty, you got your twitch, you got your movement, you got your high reaction
Oh,
speed.
yeah, this is definitely not a Call of Duty though. It's not arcadey in the least.
Really, it
Yeah.
seemed arcadey when we played it.
I don't find it to be particularly arcadey. Certainly not in the same vein as Call of Duty because this is fairly methodical. It's not Arma level because if nothing else, it's a much smaller arena. But it is it definitely rewards slow play and tactical thinking,
Okay.
as opposed to twitch reflexes and the ability to click faster than the other guy.
Well, that definitely is. But I mean, like, I'm still stuck on that because when you say like an arena, when you're talking like, well, an
Well,
arena, like you,
Ar- there's not arena in the Quake or like Unreal Tournament sense. Arena in the smaller map with the concrete objectives, as opposed to Arma, which is here's a fucking you know how many hundreds of square kilometers?
a lot.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wow, it's somebody's upload speed.
So long, like
Is that
200 of space.
okay? I think it's on my end then. Never mind.
Oh, maybe my
God,
Steam's downloading
everybody,
something. I don't know.
everybody froze. Anyway, yeah, Insurgency. It's pretty good. I have trouble recommending it, but it's definitely worth adding to your wish list, and maybe if it goes on sale.
Well, isn't it free?
$14.99. Looking at
Oh,
it right now. Yeah.
Actually, at that price, I'm not that disappointed. Yeah, it's not bad. It's kind of frustrating at times because it is definitely the case of you might just get shot from across the map after having spent 5 minutes methodically moving from cover to cover, and there's
Oh.
fuck all you can do about it.
yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, it's actually pretty good. And at $14.99, that's not unreasonable for the quality of the product. It plays well. But otherwise, yeah, Endless Legend, which is really good, actually. I was playing it right before we started this. It's, of course, another of the Endless series. Thompson, you've played some of those, haven't you?
I actually not really.
Huh?
I've touched Dungeon of the Endless, and
Okay.
I've seen Endless Legend played, and pretty much freaked out at the same time. Like Endless Legend is fucking beautiful.
Please tell me everything
really
about
is.
it because I looked at it on Steam. I'm like, oh, it looks like something I'd like. I like 4X stuff, but I'm like,
It
I
is
don't
very
know.
4X, yeah. Have you played, okay, if you like 4X, you probably like Civ and that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
It is definitely in the same vein as a Civilization. It's tech trees and, stacks of units traveling across the map, investigating ruins for technology and, waging war on other civilizations through perhaps more typical military means or perhaps cultural or scientific victories are also possible. It is hard to immediately pull out a lot of distinguishing features from a Civilization game. I think just based on it, it feels a bit more smaller isn't the right word, but perhaps narrower in focus, because Civilization was globe spanning, whereas this is the maps legitimately just don't feel as big.
Okay.
But that being said, there's it feels like they've done a lot more in terms of focusing the objectives, because you can actually every race has a main quest line that they can follow, in addition to the usual global domination. So it's the kind of stuff where as you start, you're maybe one race is tasked with pacifying and assimilating two of the nearby neutral villages, just minor factions they call them. So it's just uh, the equivalent, I guess, to barbarians in Civilization.
Oh, okay.
But they play a bit larger of a role. They're not just kind of neutral enemies that you have to fight on the map. They actually confer bonuses to your race when you capture them. They can give you quests, for instance, if you choose to perhaps parlay with them instead of straight up annihilate them, which can lead to increased XP and bonuses in terms of ancillary materials, like crafting materials and whatnot. And that's the other thing, actually, in that there is an almost a light RPG element to it. Because, as usual, like Civ, units will level up, which increases their stats and whatnot. But your hero units, which I don't believe Civ
Oh,
had.
yeah, they have like generals and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, as far as these guys go, they're kind of named big units that have a lot of passive bonuses that they can give, both in terms of being able to. Oh, actually, what they're like is the generals in Total War, the new Total War games, where you can kind of
Yeah.
you can either have them commanding an army or governing a city. And these guys are very similar to that, because they can give bonuses to material production like gold or wealth or productivity if you perhaps use them in a governing a city. Whereas they can also have things like they might heal units, for instance. They might be big and burly and do lots of damage if you use them in a general sense. But in addition to that, what you can actually do is upgrade equipment on everybody, including your base units. So, you've got slots for helms and weapons and armor and accessories and whatnot, and each of these can confer bonuses like improved damage, improved move speed, initiative. Weapons can confer bonuses like better against cavalry or better against flying units. And you can do this not only on your general, but you can actually craft effectively base units like infantry and like your basic soldiers and support and artillery and whatnot, which means you can actually the unit types are fairly limited. You can, I think each race has at most 3 or 4 unit types, but you can actually customize each unit type so that you might have what are technically, 2. I don't want an example. 2. Just fucking infantry. You can have 2 of the same infantry type, but through customizing their equipment, they can be completely different in terms of what they do. And likewise, you can actually, going back to the neutral creeps, if you capture those and assimilate them into your faction, you can then craft that unit type, and the same thing, you can change the gear on them. And those guys are, you can have fast kind of flyers that flit around the battlefield, and like they're good for taking out archers in the back row, or you can have big burly guys up in the front that have AoE attacks, and yeah, it's the kind of thing where I have started a game at like 11 p.m. and to not realize that the sun had come up outside when I stopped.
Wow. That's
So
pretty good.
yeah, it is very engrossing. I've gotten sucked in pretty hard on this game.
That's pretty crazy.
There's still a few foibles. I wouldn't mind having a bit cleaner of a UI. It's not nearly as bad as like Europa Universalis or anything like that, but just I like not having to dig quite as deep for certain types of information. It is. It's a bit menu heavy. Again, it's not anywhere near anything like Europa or
Right.
anything of that nature, but it is a bit menu heavy in places, and they do kind of hide certain types of information a bit deeper than I'd like, because I would really like to know why I'm bleeding gold so much, but I need to drill down 3 menus. It's not quite so obvious as I'd like. But it is, on a whole, definitely worth playing if you're into that kind of game. It does. Oh, actually, shit. Of course, the biggest visual difference between this and most other games is that it's turn-based combat on the battle map, on the actual. It doesn't do the Total War thing where it actually zooms into a separate map, or the Civilization thing where it's just two guys beating the crap out of each other with like death stacks, as the term is often coined. This actually, upon the initiation of battle, will actually zoom down into the
surrounding areas.
Yeah. Like
yeah, it basically zooms in onto the map you're already traversing, and you actually fight on that. You use the hex grids, you use the terrain features like elevation and forest and whatnot, all of which, while playing parts in like the resource types that they produce, were you to colonize it, also have a factor in the combat. So, for instance, higher ground is great for archers. Go figure. Whereas being in the forest gives you a defense bonus and shit like that, but you move slower. And that all kind of changes how the battlefield works. And it's really interesting because it actually allows for kind of a greater strategic and tactical flexibility in terms of initiating combat, because the way a battle will play out by starting it on the high ground or like in a forested area where you have the advantage versus starting out on a plain where perhaps they have the advantage on you is pretty dramatic. Or like choke points, if you manage to funnel them in between two cliffs, for instance, so they can only come at you one at a time. It's definitely allows for a greater degree of basically, it allows you to think much deeper about the combat, which is kind of one of the greater failings for me personally about Civilization, which is basically just make the biggest stack of units you have and then throw them at somebody.
Just watch them attack each other, and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Endless Legend. It's good. I've enjoyed it. That's probably the only 2 games of any real note that I've been playing. Basically, I've been bouncing around a couple other games like Ghost Recon Phantoms, which is this free-to-play third-person game that's all right. It's pretty well done, but it's free-to-play, so it's
I was going to say that's a free-to-play one.
Yeah, it plays well.
It does?
Yeah, it does. It is actually very well made. Good production values, interesting game types. But God, you like to grind, because grinding is a thing you'll definitely be doing if you want to play that and not put any money in it.
That's really disappointing because I heard about it and I thought, hey, this could be kind of cool. But
it is cool. It's free to play and they want to make their money. So
yeah, but that's not the model to do it. I mean, free to play it's so.
Well, it's a model to do it.
Okay, yeah, you're right. It is a model.
It has its place, though, too.
Yeah, and that's the mobile market.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people have the clout to do what Dota does.
Well, Dota or League, and I mean...
Free-to-play, purely cosmetic game that has succeeded.
Yeah, but that said, it has succeeded leaps and bounds because the systems built into the game are just good.
Yeah, but there's only 2 examples versus the amount of free-to-play games out there who follow the more traditional model.
Yeah.
Who are also making a shit ton of money. I mean, it's admittedly slightly more prevalent perhaps on mobile, but even on PC, it's still hardly something to scoff at.
Oh, how about Load Up? Load Up's a good example.
I suppose. Actually, I don't know how popular that has been. It doesn't. It seems to have left the zeitgeist fairly quickly. I don't know how many people are still playing it.
They seem to be updating it fairly frequently, so
All right, that's a good sign.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say it's probably still, common enough anyway.
All
But
right.
it's
Oh,
free.
and the campaign beta is out,
Yes, it is.
which is also free. Oh, and Quake Live, because, hey, let's play Quake.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to get back into that actually.
The original
I-
Kirk?
Yeah, Quake Live. I wanted to play Quake Live since I saw it
Yeah, it's out. It's
advertised
free.
on the
I'd
front page.
really play that, actually.
Hmm.
I'm gonna hit play and start download, then immediately pause it. Wow, it's only 768 megs, because that's how big games are back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. It fits on a CD-ROM.
Basically, yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, that's old.
Anyway, that's more or less what I've been playing. How about you guys?
Nick, you go ahead.
Oh man. Mostly Dota. So much Dota lately. New patch dropped this week that made a whole bunch of changes to like the map aesthetics. So the big boss in the whole map, Roshan, has changed to a different position.
Oh, no, wow, that is big.
One of the like it hasn't been changed in probably like 5, 6, 7 years, like since it was conceived basically. A lot of different things, I guess, to fill you in. If you
Actually, sorry, is this the first major patch since the Invitational?
yes, since
Okay, yeah.
international, yes.
Oh, it's sorry. Anyway, continue.
The trees in Dota, if you go behind them, other players can't see you because you're not in their line of sight. So it's basically the fog of war in the game. So the best way to like juke people is to like go through the forest and like go through the trees and stuff. You can actually cut down trees and make paths, but in this new patch they rearranged a whole bunch of the paths in the trees and stuff so that it's more jukeable. So there's be a whole group of trees, but they'll be spread out, and so you can like wrap around them and run around. And usually they're all bunched together, run around. So that's a huge change too. Just a lot of mechanic-wise. If you're in the lead by a lot and you get killed, depending on how far ahead you were, now the loser the losing team that kills you will get like an incredibly more amount of gold. Like I was reading an article stating that usually you'd get like maybe 200 gold or whatever, but now for the same kill of that ratio, you could get like 3K, which is like one item. So that's like it's like you're back in the game basically now. You can't,
Does it involve change the XP at all?
What's that?
Does it change the XP at all?
They did change the XP, but not to that great of an extent.
Okay.
So it's still more reasonable, but that huge gold now is like what is going to catapult you back into being more balanced and even.
Yeah.
You could snowball off the start, but as soon as you get killed, you give them like 3K gold, and it's just holy crap, that is a lot of gold.
Well, especially considering that Dota historically has been a game where if you are like way in the lead, you just win because everybody gives up, right?
Yeah. So it's definitely making it more noob friendly, I guess, or like the barrier to entry might be a little bit lower now.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
And
likewise, it could make for some more interesting matches, at least as far as spectating goes, because it allows for people to come back a little bit easier.
Yes. Yeah, and you have to be more like usually once you get up there, you're like super cocky and like you're like, yeah, there's no way that they can come back. But now it's just
buy all the rapiers.
Yes, now it's just I have a chance to come back, and I can't if I'm starting to feed after a huge level or advantage from the start and I die, then that could be the turn of the game.
Huh.
Yeah.
You've been enjoying it then? You've been playing it a lot by the sounds of it?
Well, I've been playing it since like 2004.
Well, I mean, this particular patch you approve?
Yes, I do approve. It's just going to be a little bit different just to get used to that fact because of those two things probably. Um, yeah, like I have to be more aware of the map now because of those trees. There's way more ways that you could be ganked because you can go through trees now more
Fair
easily.
enough, yeah.
But yeah, it dropped yesterday, the patch, so I had today off and basically been playing all day.
Fair enough. Uh, if you've been playing that long, then you've probably seen a lot of major rebalances. Do you get the feeling this is going to be a good one?
Yes, there's a lot of I can't say OP because Dota has always been known to be like probably one of the most balanced arenas, and every once in a while you'll get one that kind of sticks out, but the one or two that I thought that were kind of annoying the most has been kind of dumbed down or a little bit easier to deal with. So that's really nice. But the patch as a whole is going to be pretty normal, I guess. Just those two big things. The map itself is probably the biggest. Other than that, other than Dota, I guess, I've been super hyped because of the new Dark Souls DLC that was supposed to drop at the end of the month.
Oh, is there another one coming out? God, I'm like 2 behind now.
Yeah, I haven't even done the other one either, and so I kind of want to. I've been playing a little bit of Dark Souls because I haven't beat it yet.
Mhm.
So before I can
Oh shit!
these two,
Apparently got delayed. Sorry.
yeah, it did get delayed. Um, so before I get to those DLC, I want to actually beat the actual campaign first.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it seems every time I pick it up, I'll get to somewhere where it's just like, why am I doing this to myself?
Otherwise known as Dark Souls. Gotcha.
Yeah. Um,
Actually, how about you, Thompson? Have you played any of the new DLCs?
No, and yeah, honestly, I don't know if I will.
oh really?
Yeah, I'm really on the fence about it because I mean, and I'm gonna get, well, no, I'll avoid spoilers, but I just don't really have the energy to get back into Dark Souls. Like, it, it, it seemed very definitive. Like, it was just kind of like, okay, boosh, and like, well, I could play again, but I
It
don't
was
really.
over.
Sorry, what do you mean what do you mean by definitive? Like the end?
Yeah,
Or?
like, and
Okay.
I'm gonna not say the end, especially because of Nick, because you don't know the end.
Right.
But yeah, it left me not wanting more. It's like, nah, I'm done. Which is really sad because Dark Souls is an
Well,
amazing series.
that's interesting. So, would you say you were playing it for the story then? Because, I mean, admittedly, the story is nice and all, but I'm playing it basically purely for the mechanics. So I
Yeah.
don't really care if it's the end, so to speak.
Well, it wasn't just that. It was like, because I mean, yeah, sure, I was playing it kind of for the story, but it let me down big time.
Oh
And
really?
yeah, like it's really hard to talk about without getting spoilers.
Yeah,
I mean,
I understand.
not that there's much to say because, like I said, it let me down so much, but it just I felt like I had exhausted the game, and that's a really sad thing to say about Dark Souls.
Hmm.
But I guess the thing was that like I never really got into PvP that much. Like I could get into um, like helping people out, going through bosses that way.
Sunbrowing.
Yeah, I'm a sun
Yeah.
bro, praise the sun and all that shit. But
Praise
like
the
the
sun.
rest, like I exactly. But I wouldn't get into the Rat Covenant because that's just not my thing. The bell towers, no, creepy and gross.
Oh, I'll leave now.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
Bell Tower is so much fun.
Oh, it was so much fun.
Although that said, I did have fun going through it just because it was such a huge challenge.
Oh, it was annoying, even for being in Bell Tower.
Oh, yeah, the fact that you will still be invaded even if you're in the Covenant is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, I might think about it one day,
Oh, maybe you just add them to your wish list, wait for them to go on sale.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, like the game is amazing. I'm still a massive fan of Dark Souls 2, and I will be for a very long time. But I'm just I need something different.
You're just okay where it's at right now.
You felt like you got enough. Have you been playing anything then?
Me? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, totally.
Oh,
Uh,
actually, sorry, Nick. I stole your Dark Souls. So you were
Oh.
excited about? Yeah.
I don't know, just the new DLC. I think it's the Ivory King or whatever.
Crown of the Ivory King. Yeah.
Crown of the Ivory King. It's all in a snow-based level, which is pretty. I'm a big fan of like the aesthetic of snow in games, because winter is my favorite season. But
that explains why you're still here.
yes, I know. But it's supposed to have like big effects on like the way that you move, the way your enemy moves, etc. Like
That's
depending on
crazy fun. Yeah.
depending on what kind of snow you're into, because apparently there's different kinds of snow that you can go into. Yeah, it just looks cool. And the creator, I can't remember his name right now, but he said that you get a lot of good stuff for like getting the crowns or whatever, and I'm just like, hype. So I haven't done any of the DLC yet, or I haven't even finished the game yet, and I'm just like, I really need to do that because I love Dark Souls.
Yeah, Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Actually, what kind of character are you running?
I am running a two-handed giant greatsword. Yeah.
All right. No pyromancy, no magic, just big
Nothing.
armor, big sword.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen some online play, and that really does seem like the way to go, because if you can nail an attack, you cannot parry it, so it's just like slam.
Yeah. I, on the other
Yeah.
hand, really suck. Like, it's been difficult.
The big weapons are a lot easier to use, let's say, against the computer than it is against other humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that said, my double bleed claws don't do shit, because their hitbox is about this big.
Yeah, no, that's a fairly niche weapon as well.
Yeah. They were fun, though, because I just go... and I was like Wolverine, but yeah, no.
Well,
Fair enough.
I did a soul level 1 run of just Dark Souls 1. Like, so I'd never leveled up once, the whole thing. I was level 1, beat the game, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to make Dark Souls too hard. I'm just going to use no shield and go into it. So I'm just like, two-hander, that's the way I'm going to go. And I've been trying to do it, and off the start, I joined that one covenant that made it really harder, and I did not know that it made it harder, but I was just getting my ass handed to me, and it's been a hard road up ever since then.
Yeah, that Covenant is hilarious because that's all it does. All it does is make the game harder. It doesn't
Yeah.
increase the soul drop. It doesn't actually do anything other than make it harder. There's absolutely zero benefit.
Yeah, I was like, why is this so hard? I was talking to a friend, and he's like, are you in that covenant? And I'm just like, yeah, why? And then he told me, and I was like, oh my god.
I'm curious,
Brutal.
what made you decide to go two-handed as opposed to like dual wielding with the fencer, which is
You know, it was a 50-50 for me. I'm really a fan of the Dex builds, so I was thinking about it. I'm like, well, why don't I go with something different? Strength, I don't usually go like giant big guys. Usually I am like in Dark Souls. I was a katana guy, so I was just like super fast. So this one I just kind of want to be super switched up. I don't know.
Fair
That's
enough.
fair.
Yeah.
That's half the fun. Almost none of my Dark Souls characters have been the same as any other.
Yeah, mine either.
You got anything else, Nick?
Just Smite, the odd payday with Alex. Not so much lately, but I want that to change.
Yes.
I should add you on Steam because I would definitely play more Payday.
Yes. Other
Actually-
than that, I think that's good for me.
Actually, Alex, you should jump on the Mumble server, because there's like games going on all the time.
Yeah, like
Sure.
everyone wants to play Payday nowadays. Like Chris just got it, so it's just like he wants to play it all the time.
Actually, that was the thing when Chris. Well, I got a coupon for it. Then I gave it to Chris because he couldn't really afford much because he's trying to move back.
Right.
But yeah, so we got it, and it was like, okay. So he played a few games on his own. He got up to level 3, and I was like, all right, come here, get under my arm here. And then we went on a magical journey, and in like 2 levels, I took him up to level 25.
Nice.
Awesome.
It was like, I can't remember what it was, but it was like Shadow Raid and something else, and on Overkill, and it was just like, ving, 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 ving.
Yeah, that'll do it. Stealth missions especially are really good for that because it's more or less level agnostic. It's pretty close anyway.
Oh, exactly. When you're stealthing, there's very little difference until you get to Death Witch, which
I've only beat about 10 of them on Death Wish right now. I still need to go get the rest.
Which still blows my mind because you only started playing it again like a couple weeks ago.
I was basically your level though.
Yeah, I know,
maybe
but
a
I
bit
mean,
higher.
yeah, but you hadn't played it in forever, and you just
again, it's the kind of thing where if you just attach yourself to a good stealth group, then you can knock 2 or 3 off pretty quickly.
That is true. That is definitely true. But yeah, so we got him up to level pretty quick, and yeah, we've been playing it fairly consistently. Both on the Thursday stream, but also just on our own time because we fucking love the game. So, and after the stream last night, I took Justin in and I showed him, okay, this is how you stealth this mission. This is how you stealth this mission.
Yeah, I saw you. It was like 11:30 or something. You were still fucking playing.
Yeah, no, that was 1. We went up to 1. It was late. It was very late, but.
I don't want to pay payday right now.
Well, we'll probably be playing after this, so.
All right.
Maybe I'll even stream.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Nick, you got anything else?
Nope, that's all for me.
All right. How about you, Thompson, then? What have you been playing? Is Thompson frozen? Thompson's just staring at me.
Yeah, yep, those big eyes looking deep into my soul.
All right, let's vamp. Payday, what level are you?
Oh, I don't know, like the 50s, probably.
Okay, sure.
I can't remember. It has been a while for me.
Yeah. What do you expect? Do you remember?
Ghost.
Oh, shit, you're a ghoster. Okay.
Yeah. I like going stealth.
Man, I enjoy the occasional stealth, but at the same time, I really just need to shoot some cops in the head sometimes.
Yeah, I understand. I'm totally useless, basically, as soon as it goes loud, because I don't do anything other than, like, silence weapons, and it does nothing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can spec that. You can get silenced damage, I guess, but still.
Yeah, it's still pretty weak.
Yeah. I don't know. Have you ever thought about trying out any other builds?
Yeah, but, like, we all kind of spec something different.
Okay, yeah, you got a good crew then.
Yeah, like Alex, I can't remember what he is, Mastermind or something, maybe?
Yeah, I think Thompson's like straight Mastermind.
Yeah, and so, like, I have, like, a few help the group, especially in silenced stuff. Like, I got the jammers or whatever they're called.
Yeah,
ECM
ECMs.
jammers. Yeah. So those are kind of nice. And, like, Barkley, he's like the engineer dude that has the drills or something. I can't remember. But yeah, everyone's spec to something pretty much different. So yeah.
And there goes Thompson. He's apparently trying to fix it. I'm messaging him.
Oh, okay.
Wait, hold on. I think he thinks I fucked up.
Really? We're still here. And we're still live from the looks of it.
Which according to YouTube anyway. Yeah, it looks that way.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So, shit, you've been playing Dota for, like, since 2004, so you were playing the original mod then.
Oh, yeah. Like, super old. Yeah.
Did you ever try... Well, you've tried Smite then. Have you tried, like, Heroes of the Storm, or LoL, or Heroes of New Earth, or anything like that?
Heroes of the Storm is the only one I haven't played. I'll play the occasional league game with Lyndon and other guys, but I don't play too much League anymore. I play a lot of Smite with like Barkley and other people in our channel. Like a lot of it. Yeah. Those are the two I kind of teetered against or between. Heroes of the Storm is still alpha or beta?
It's in a technical alpha right now. They're just in the final stages of the technical alpha before they go into beta,
Yeah,
but
that's
it
what
is
it looks
free. I mean, all you have to do is sign up.
I did sign up.
Okay.
I'm waiting
You
for the
haven't been accepted
email.
yet.
Yeah.
That's. I played LoL for a year or two. I never played Dota original or Dota 2, so I'm really curious to see people who have sunk a lot of hours in Dota what they think of Heroes of the Storm, because it plays a lot differently from everything. I've watched enough Dota to know it plays differently.
Yeah. I really want to play it. Like, I don't have anything against. Like, I'm a huge Dota guy, but I don't have anything against any of the other MOBAs. So I play them to kind of compare and stuff. And Heroes of the Storm does look fun because it does look different.
I just realized, there's actually another game I've been playing that's not PC game, which is why I forgot. Have you played The Last of Us?
Yes, I have, yes.
Okay, I'm actually going through that right now. I've just kind of gotten to the university. It is really good. I'm playing it on the PS3, not the remastered edition, but
yeah, I got the PS3 one as well.
I'm really glad I picked it up. I borrowed it from one of the guys downstairs. It is a really good game.
It is, yes.
Really fucking dark.
Yeah, like even like killing the zombies isn't even the dark part. It's like this whole story.
Yeah, although when the zombies kill you, that's a bit graphic.
Yeah, it is.
Especially the clickers. Just that last frame when you've got that tendon or whatever the fuck being dragged out of your neck.
I just hate the sound they make, like the clicking. Oh
yeah. Okay, by the looks of it, he's trying. Maybe.
It looks like he's in here. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you looking forward to any games in the near future? It's getting towards Christmas. There's a lot coming out in the next couple of months.
I haven't looked for anything in the near future. Something that I've been looking forward to for a while is Kingdom Hearts 3, which
nice.
The director is finally going back from Final Fantasy 15 to Kingdom Hearts 3 recently in the last week, actually. And he's starting to work on Kingdom Hearts again, so could come out within the next year. Optimism.
Has that been in production already? Development, rather?
They had like a 30-second trailer teaser, something like that.
So they've been working on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just the main director has been more focused on Final Fantasy 15, so it's been going slowly, and now he just recently, I think Wednesday, announced he's going back to Kingdom Hearts.
Sweet.
Yeah, in the near future, I can't even think of anything that's coming out.
Well, Killing Floor 2 is one I'm looking forward to. Actually, if you like painting, Killing... Yeah.
There's a 2 coming out.
There is a 2. I don't know if there's a release date, but there is definitely... It's on the Steam... It has a Steam page, so that's a good sign.
Oh.
Let's see, what else is there? Of course, like The Witcher 3 is coming out.
Witcher 3, yes.
Yeah. Yes. Titan Souls. Again, these are all kind of Q15. What the fuck is... More recent things, I guess, are Shadow of Mordor, of course.
Well, yeah, what was your thoughts on Shadow of Mordor?
I really enjoy the Assassin's Creed games. Well, not really enjoy. Mechanically, I've gotten a lot of pleasure out of the Assassin's Creed games. Narratively, it's a pile of steaming shit.
Yes.
But stabbing dudes is really fun, and this seems to stab people really well. So that's it. Also, I really enjoy the kind of that nemesis system, whatever it is, where there's kind of some semblance of continuity between encounters. Like one counter will affect the next, which I think is going to be really interesting, or at least it has the potential to be really interesting. It seems to have been fairly well thought of in the media so far.
I didn't know what to think of it, mostly because I thought it'd be just like a kind of another throwaway lure.
Just another friggin' what's the word?
I'm trying to think of it.
Just another game based on a movie or another franchise. those are typically not great.
Yeah,
Oh,
see, I saw it. I'm like, oh, great, another one. So I'm glad to think that someone thinks it's gonna be good. I might have to get it.
yeah. Just looking on the Steam page, it seems they're willing to put fairly uh, big, like IGN joystick. They have reviews from fairly big outlets on there with fairly high numbers, which is a good sign. I mean, it's not a perfect sign, but it's a good sign that they're optimistic.
Right.
Thompson, for those of you at home, Thompson's still trying to get back in, but let's be honest, it's better without him. I wonder if he's probably still watching the YouTube. Oh well.
Probably.
Yeah, Shadow Motor looks pretty good. What else is coming out? This is purely Steam because it's right here and I can look at it quickly.
Yeah, same.
Costume Quest 2 could be fun. The first one it was alright.
I never got around to it.
You can pick it up in a Humble Bundle for like $2 these days. It's colorful and fun, but it's not particularly deep. Alien Isolation. Now there's a game I'm hoping is good.
Isolation.
Yeah, it's kind of survival horror, I guess would be the best way. It's you with an alien hunting you.
Oh yeah, the new Alien game. Yeah. I was waiting for that because that's another one. I was like, is it another movie knockoff? Something I can throw away, but
there's been a lot of bad Aliens games.
Yes, there has been.
Colonial Marine being the most recent example of utter shit.
So I'm like, oh, another one, really? So, but it looks cool. Like it looked like a survival horror. So
yeah, I've heard mixed things, predominantly good things, but apparently they put a bit more action in it than was originally thought. So it could maybe devolve less into horror and more into
running gun. I don't know.
Yeah, which I hope isn't the case, because apparently at some point you'll be encountering like human enemies, which typically not the scariest thing in the world, not compared to an alien hunting you. What the fuck else is there? I guess Borderlands, the pre-sequel, is coming out. Not one I'm hugely excited for.
Me neither.
Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, we're getting into late October at this point. So what else is there? Escape Dead Island. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Survival mystery adventure. I will need to learn more of that.
Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth.
Oh shit, when's that coming out?
24th of October.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh
yeah, that's the spiritual successor to Alpha Centauri, right?
Yeah.
I will play that. I don't know.
The new
Call
Binding
of Duty
of
Advanced
Isaac?
Warfighter or Warfare. Fuck yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna buy that. I think it looks. I play all the Call of Duty games, which is probably my greatest shame as a gamer. I just really like arcade shooters, and that's pretty arcadey. And this one seems.
I haven't played Call of Duty since Black Ops 1.
That wasn't a bad one to go out on. They have been going downhill steadily.
Yeah, from what I heard.
Yeah, I just there's a deep programmed part of my brain that really requires me to shoot some other people at least once a week.
Yeah.
I guess Assassin's Creed Unity beginning of November. Yeah, basically until Grand Theft Auto 5's early next year, right? Oh, and Far Cry 4. Looking forward to that. Yeah, gearing up towards Christmas, it's going to speed up a fair bit. These are all AAA releases predominantly. I don't know much about what's coming out indie-wise. That stuff tends to just pop up. Yeah. I don't know. I'm running out of stuff to talk about here. You got anything?
Yeah, not a whole lot. What is Thompson doing?
Trying desperately to get back in and failing miserably, apparently. We could just go play Payday.
We could. I think he wants to keep going, though.
I assume at some point he would have liked to have talked about something during this.
Yeah.
He hasn't really had much of a chance.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, oh wait, he's messaging me. What's he gonna say? All right, something's majorly fucked.
Oh. Well, now what do we do?
I don't know. He says goes for as long as he would like. I don't know. You got anything else to talk
No,
about?
I think we've gone through pretty much everything that we
Yeah,
can.
I also haven't paying attention to the news, so I can't even speak about anything interesting that's happened at least recently.
No, yeah, just the Dark Souls
Yeah.
DLC being pushed back and the Kingdom Hearts. That's all I really knew.
Yeah. So yeah, I got nothing, folks.
Oh,
I don't even know if anybody's watching this. I didn't even look at the fucking.
2 people are watching.
Yeah.
Might be
Oh wait,
both.
that's gonna be one of me and probably Thompson.
No, that's me.
No, Thompson's not even watching. That son of a bitch.
Because it was 3 watching, and when Thompson left.
Oh, of course, he's probably talking to me on his phone. I wonder if his computer